good morning, students. Hope you all are fine and good. So the topic that we are going to see today is chapter 12, that is functions of commercial bank. So what did we see in the last class, students? Do you remember? We saw about the different functions of commercial bank. We started with the primary function. So we learned about three types, that is accepting deposits, granting loans and advances, and creation of credit. So we just completed the accepting deposits. So in accepting deposits, we just saw the demand deposits, we saw saving account, current account, all that we saw. Then time deposit we saw, fixed deposit and recurring deposit we saw, isn't it? So the next one we saw is the granting the loans and advances. So in granting the loans and advances, we just went with the advances. Then overdraft, we saw about loans. What are the different loans that we saw? Okay, so now we are going to see the last topic of this was creation of credit. Even we completed the topic with the creation of credit. So how we need to take the loans, that everything we saw. What are the different types of deposits we have? What are the different accounts? When you just start with a bank, like what and all the accounts we have in a bank. So what are the deposits that we have according to the time, that everything we saw in the last class. Okay, so now let's go with the continuation of the video today, that is the secondary function. What are the secondary functions of a commercial bank? Let's see that now. Apart from the basic or primary functions of commercial banks, render various other services which are known as a secondary function. The services can be broadly classified into agency services and general utility services. See, we saw the first one, that is primary function. We saw about what were the primary functions, like what are the basic things that is required to do if you just start to go to a bank, and what you will do as first of all you will open an account, right? That is your primary functions of a bank. Secondary functions, if you see, the first one will be the agency function. So what are the services you can get after getting an account, after opening an account? What are the services available for you? How the customers will get feedback, and how the customers will get the guidance from the bank. So that is what we are going to see here, the services. Okay, agency function. Banks act as agent of customers and provide certain services. So they are called as the agency functions, which are as follows. So what do? They act as an agent. Banks are actually agents, and they are the agent to the customers, and they actually provide different services also, and they are called as, that is why it is called as a agency function. Okay, the first one we have is a transfer of funds. What is a transfer of fund? Transfer of funds is nothing but it is banks issue demand drafts, bankers check, travelers check, etc., and help in transfer of funds from one place to another. What is this actually? Demand draft, DD. I think I already taught you in the last class also, in the last video also, we have discussed about the demand draft, DD and all. So it is nothing but on behalf of whichever name you are going to take the DD, if they just put it in their account, automatically that cash will get converted into that account, will be deposited into that account. Okay, so bankers check means it will be from the bank. Then travelers check. Travelers check means if you are going to go to any other place for a long distance, so you have a fear of taking the money in your hand. Okay, so but you need money, but what you will do is you will put into your account and you will make a traveler check. So after going to that particular place, you go and deposit that into your account. Okay, so and help in travel and transfer of fund from one place to the another. So you'll be able to easily transfer that money and you'll be able to take the money. That is traveler's check. Okay, so you can even put a check and you can get the money wherever you go. Customers need not carry cash though, so they will not carry cash and all, and they can just forward the draft issued by the bank to the receiving institution, and a small commission is collected by the bank for this service. What they do, they just take the forward the draft, or whatever the money, whatever the bill they have to get the money, they will forward it, and from that they will get the money. So they will not carry the cash and all for that reason. So here some commission will get charged for doing that. So that is what is the commission collected by the bank. Okay. The next type that we have is a periodic payment of premium or rent, etc. So under agency function we saw the first one, that was the transfer of fund, and the next one is a periodic payment of premiums or rent, etc. So after instruction from the customer, banks undertake the monthly payment of insurance premium, rent, telephone bills, etc. from the account of customers. Nowadays these payments are made through electronic clearing system facility offered by the banks. So periodic periodic payment of premiums means in case when you're doing any payment through online, say you're paying your electricity bill or your phone bill, or you're paying any other utility bill or something. So for that reason, what you will do, you will just go and give a auto credit option. So whenever that particular date comes on every month, automatically the money would get deducted. So you will not have a penalty, automatically even the bill gets paid every month regularly, and where you will not go for a just forgetting the bills and all the bill payment. So that is periodic payment of premiums. So in case if you buy any product and you want to pay a amount, okay, so every month automatically that particular amount will get credited on particular day for every month. So that is called as the periodic payment. So for that reason, you can even take it as advance. You can just make it a auto credit in your account. So if you do that, automatically your money will get deducted from your account, and you will not get worried. You will not forget about anything. Okay, that is the second one. Third one is collection and payment of checks. Collection and payment of checks means what? On behalf of customers, banks collect the checks deposited into the account of customers from other banks and deposit the cash into the customer's account. What do the bank do here? So for the customer, for helping the customer, what the bank is doing, the bank is actually collecting the check which is deposited into the account, okay, which is actually deposited into the customer's account, and what they are doing, they even doing it from the, for example, I have an account in HDFC Bank, okay, I have a check of HDFC Bank. What I will do, I don't have any other HDFC Bank in my locality. Where I go, I am not able to find HDFC Bank. What I will do, I will go and deposit that check into an Axis Bank. So when I just go and put into an Axis Bank, what happens is automatically the Axis Bank also will take my check and they will give the money to me. That is what collection payment of check. So though it is not a HDFC Bank, what they do, they just take the money from the HDFC account and they will give it to me. That is what the collection of payment of checks. So some charges will be charged for them for sure. Okay, so that is what. See, the bank collects the checks being deposited into the account of customers from other bank and deposit the cash into the customer's account. Similarly, checks issued by the customer is honored and the amount paid is directed by the customer. So this also happens. So even you can take the check also, you can get the money also, or even you can put the check and you can get the money into your account, different account. Okay, though you are not having the same account, the branch, same account name, so same bank. Okay. Next one, see, acting as executors, trustees and attorney. It means banks act as executors of will of the customers and implements their will after their death. So as a trustee, a bank takes care of the funds of the customers. Banker signs transfer deed of the properties of the customers in the capacity of attorney to the customer. So what do they do? In case if the person who is having an account holder, he is dead, okay. So what happens is, you would have given like some attorney. Attorney means power. You would have given power of attorney to someone. So in that case, what happens is documents will be submitted to those people who has the power is given to that particular people, okay. Or they will just contact them and they will transfer all that from their name and they will help them. Okay, conduct share market transaction. So even a bank nowadays, you know very well, even on online we are able to do everything. Even share market dealing also we are doing it in online only. See, conduct share market transaction means even we are able to do that. A demat account should be opened with the depository participant, and that demat account is used, should be linked with a saving account, bank account by the customer. Then the customer can ask the bank to conduct online purchase or sale of securities on behalf of him. So what do? He actually, first of all, a customer, what he will do, he will get a demat account. So if you want to do online trading, your demat account should be linked to your saving account also, because in case if you sell any shares and all, the money should come to your account, right? For that reason, it must get linked, okay. And then even the customer can even ask for the bank to conduct a online purchase or sale also. That also can happen for the securities on behalf of him, okay. So next one, preparation of income tax return. What is preparation of income tax return? Even see, for every day, for every person, whenever we earn some income, we get the money deposited into our account only, okay. So all the money is actually tracked already in the account. So you can't hide and say that no money, I have not got anything deposited. So you can't say that. The reason is, all the money which was deposited into your account, you are taxable for that money. See, preparation of income tax return. Banks prepare the annual income tax return on behalf of the customers and provide income tax related advices to them. What do? Banks actually they prepare a annual income. They just prepare annual income, and they even tax return on behalf of the customers. They even do a tax return also for the customers. They just make them to help them to remind that they have to pay the tax and all, and even they provide the income tax related advices to them. Even that is also done by the banks. Okay, dealing in foreign exchange. What is dealing in foreign exchange? Banks buy and sell the foreign currencies on behalf of the customers. So what do the bank do? Bank actually even they buy and sell the foreign currencies. They actually get the foreign currencies, and even they do that for the customers. Why do you need a foreign currency? Very simple. I want to travel to some other country, or for my business I need some other currency. For that reason, what I must do? I must contact the bank, and I must get the help from them. For that I need the foreign currency. Okay. Acting as correspondent. What is acting as correspondent? Banks act as a correspondent of customers and receive travel tickets, passports, etc. So banks actually they act as a correspondent. They just play the role of the intermediate. They play a role of a correspondent of the customers, and even they receive the travel tickets, passports, etc. and they help them. Okay. So general utility function. What is general utility function? How this is possible, ma? They will receive the tickets and all. It's very simple. When you do your transaction through online, automatically that will go to bank only, right? So they will help us to send the tickets and all. That is what it is. Okay, it's very simple. When you book your tickets, or when you book anything on online, your that transaction will fall into your account only. So that's why you're able to get all that. Okay. So general utility functions. In addition to primary, secondary and agency functions, commercial banks offer some services for the general welfare of the customers. They are called as general utility functions. What is this general utility services? They are as follows. See, in spite of helping the customer for the general welfare and even for the services, they even give some different facilities also to their customers. What are those functions? Let's see. Issue of demand drafts and bankers' checks. So it means they will even help them to give the demand draft DDs. They even help them to get DD. Okay, demand drafts and bankers checks are issued to public and customers as well. Instead of sending money, they can attach these instruments for the bank, the payment of the educational fees, etc. So what they will do, instead of getting the the demand draft and all, they can even pass the check to the bank, and that money can be transported, that money can be deposited into that particular account for the payment of any fee or anything. Okay, so that is this point. Next one, accepting bill of exchanges on behalf of the customers. It means banks accept the bills on behalf of the customers and makes payments to the foreign exporters. Banks actually they accept the bills. So on behalf of the customers, they just accept the bill and they make the payment to the foreign exporter. Even that payment is done to the foreign people, and afterwards the bank even collected from the customers also. So that is accepting the bill of exchange on behalf of the customers. Next one is safety lockers. So valuable documents, jewels, etc. can be kept safely in a vault provided by the bank for a rent. This vault room is called as a strong room. Safety lockers means what? So any precious documents like jewels, etc. that can be kept safely in a vault. So it can be kept in a locker, safety locker. Okay, that will be provided by the bank, and that we must pay some rent for it. Okay, so that is actually called as a strong room. Okay, so if you want to give your documents, or if you want to keep your jewels, more jewels and all, you can go and keep it in the lockers. That is always safer for us. Letters of credit means what? This document is given by the bank on behalf of the importing customers to the exporter, guaranteeing the payment for the imported goods. It is a very important document in international trade. So when you do a trade from India to some other country, we need some legal document, okay, because you are doing the transaction through bank only, because you don't believe on the third party in that case. Okay, for that reason some document is required, some legal document, that is called as a letter of credit. Okay, so you won't believe the other people. What is traveler's check? Customers need not carry cash during the travel in India or abroad, and the denomination and words are printed in the check, and it is accepted as a money in shops, hotels, travel agencies, etc. So what do they do? Actually, it is always not safe to carry the money at every time, isn't it? So for that reason, what do? They do is they just mention the amount, like how much amount they wanted to have it, and wherever you go and give the traveler's check, they will accept it because that will be easily converted to cash. That is like a check only. Okay, so that is what it is called as a traveler's check. So wherever you travel, you go and give that check, that will be accepted. So that money will get converted. Okay, gift checks means what? These denominations printed checks are available in attractive designs so that it can be printed during wedding, birthday, functions, etc. So what are these gift checks? Gift checks means it can be like a gift coupons. You already know, I think so. When you do shopping through online or when you just get messages and all, you get gift coupons. So what do they do with the gift coupons? So you can go and you can shop for 200 rupees offer is there, means you can go and take the 200 rupees offer, you can buy anything and you can enjoy. So that is what. So the denominations will be printed. So how much amount that coupon is, that will be printed there, and that it will be in attractive designs also, and it can be presented when you do a wedding. Instead of giving the money, you can just give like a gift coupons. So for a wedding or anything, say you can just give a gift coupon for a jewelry shop, you can give a gift coupon for a hotel or for a resort, like something like that. So that is what the gift checks. So next one, reference service. What is reference service? It means business firms can give their bank's name as a reference to the new business institutions with which they want to establish a commercial relationship. In case I want to expand my business, okay, what will I do? So they will ask you, like they'll not be strong whether they can continue the business. For that reason, even you can give your bank as your reference. So when they call the bank and they ask, they will tell you like what kind of customer you are. So that also is there. The banks willingly acts as a referees and provides information about the financial standing of their customers. Even that also they will help. Okay. Diversified banking functions means what? Compensation in the banking industry has reduced their profits. Therefore, the commercial banks started identifying and offering new and diversified financial services. They are purely other than banking. So, not only the banking services, the other services are also there from the bank. Okay, so what are the different services that are offered by the bank? Diversified functions. Okay, see, providing all such banking and other financial services called as the universal banking. Such services are as follows. What is that? Bank assurance. It refers to the offering of the insurance policies or products by the bank in association with another insurance company. Bank should follow Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India (IRDA) regulations in addition to RBI regulations. Corporation Bank, Oriental Bank of Commerce and Vijaya Bank has tied up with the Life Insurance Corporation of India. That is SBI has joined hands with the BNP, that is Paribas Cardiff, a French company, to sell the insurance products. What is this? Bank assurance means even the bank even it refers to the offering of insurance policies also to their people, that is to their clients. One of the best example we can say is HDFC. They have insurance also, isn't it? So ICICI also they have insurance and all. So it actually they even provide the insurance services also. So when they find that customer is eligible, they will call them and they will approach them. So if they are interested, they can just according to IRDA, insurance is actually regulated by IRDA Act only. So according to the IRDA Act, they can even take it and they can you can even take the policies and they can just have it for the safety, security. Okay. Corporation Bank, Oriental Bank of Commerce and Vijaya Bank has the tied up with the Life Insurance Corporation of India. So all these Corporation Bank, Oriental Bank of Commerce, Vijaya Bank and all, they have a tie-up of Life Insurance Corporation. So these people, the people who have account in Corporation Bank, Oriental Bank and all, they get a call from the Life Insurance Corporation. SEBI has a joint hands with the BNP. Okay, Paribas Cardiff, a French company, to sell the insurance products. So SEBI, that is SBI, also has a BNP bank. It has a contact with the BNP Insurance, and where they able to sell the insurance product. So even insurance product also they sell in banking. Okay, merchant banking means what? Merchant banks do not provide regular banking services. A commercial bank or its subsidiary merchant bank may offer services like project counseling, underwriting, etc., requiring required for starting a company. It is called as a merchant banking. What do they do in a merchant bank? They don't do any banking services, but they help them for underwriting the shares. Underwriting means, already I taught you in this, when you just purchase stocks, stocks and securities, underwriting is also there. Underwriters are the people who will have a large amount of stocks in their hands. Okay, so that kind of underwriting is possible. And even project counseling also they will help for a new company. When you're trying to start a new company, kind of counsel and all they are able to help them. So that is what is given in a merchant banking. So they are mostly stock market related services, and merchant banks are controlled by the Stock Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI regulations also. Okay. Third one that we have is a retail banking, that is personal bankings. It refers to the mass market banking which reaches out to a large number of individuals and customers. Okay, so what do they do? This retail banking, it actually has a very big demand, and it has a very large amount of customers. Apart from accepting the deposits, their services include personal loans, vehicle loans, consumer durable loans, loans against equity shares, debit and credit cards, mortgages, etc. What is retail banking? It means, for example, I want to buy a two-wheeler, or I want to buy any electronics item. So the cost of the laptop is around 60,000 or something. So what will I do? I will go and take for electronic bank. I'll go and retail banking I'll try to do. So here what they will do, they will go and give your bank details and they will try to get a loan for it. So maybe it is a small amount. I will pay some 20 or 30,000 as a down payment. 30,000 I'll be taken as an installment. That is actually called as a retail banking. Okay, you make it as a loan. Housing finance means what? So for constructing your houses, if you already have a land and you want to have a money to construct your house, for that also bank helps you to give a housing loan. See, housing finance is provided against the security of immovable property of land and buildings. Many banks such as SBI, Bank of India, etc. have set up a housing finance subsidiaries. Okay, so this is also there in a housing finance. Mutual funds means, so it is a financial intermediaries that pools the savings of investors for collective investment in diversified portfolio. Securities in the capital market and the money market, many banks like SBI, Indian Bank, etc. have set up the mutual fund subsidiaries. Okay, so when you just go for a mutual fund, it won't be good for a short term. Always mutual fund will have a very large amount of risk, but the returns also will be very good. Okay, venture capital. What is venture capital? Venture capital funds provide startup share capital to new ventures of little known and unregistered, risky, young and small private business, especially in technology oriented and knowledge intensive business. Many commercial banks like SBI, Canara Bank, etc. have set up venture capital fund subsidiaries. Venture capital means invested into any funds. Okay, they provide a startup. They just help them for doing it in a share capital and to start a new venture. Okay, and this will be like unregistered and it will be little risky, and even young and small private business also they even take part in the technology oriented, and the knowledge is actually intense in this business. Okay. Many commercial banks are also there in this venture capital. Factoring. What is factoring? Factoring is a continuing arrangement between a financial intermediary and a business concern, whereby the factor purchases the client's accounts receivables. Banks like SBI and Canara Bank has established subsidiaries to provide the factoring services. Factoring means what? Factoring is actually, it is like an arrangement. Like what they will do is, between the financial intermediaries and the business concern, they just try them to, they will help them to give money, fund money, and they just purchase the client accounts, receivables, and even they will have it. So that is, for example, in future you want to get some 1 lakh. Okay, that money, for that 1 lakh money, what I will do is, I want to have immediate cash right now. That bill will be submitted for the factoring agent, and I will be charged some amount, and that money I can get it now itself. But this factoring agent, what he will do? He will be running this for a commission only. So he will give the money and he will wait for the time and he will get the money back. Okay, that is what factoring agent. Electronic banking functions. So still here we have finished with the diversified banking functions. Okay, so I think it's clear for you, students. Okay, students, I think it is clear for you still here. So please read the lesson line by line. If you have any doubts, come back to me for the live session. Okay, stay safe. Okay, and prepare well for your exams. Thank you, students.